Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to kick off Sports Sunday, so sit back and relax while public address announcer Tony Giles introduces the starting lineup.
Now, your starting lineup for Sports Sunday. Starting at anchor, a 5'4" Aries from Centerville, Virginia, and a wannabe Wisconsinite. She's a former cross-country star at James Madison University. Put your hands together for Jen Chapman. Also starting at anchor, a 6' Leo from Birmingham, Alabama. He's got a degree in graphic design from ITT Technical Institute. He's a father of 3, B.J. Milliken. This is Sports Sunday.
Welcome in, everyone, to Sports Sunday. I'm B.J. Milliken alongside Jen Chapman. Blowing it up tonight. Jen, it was a rare Sunday meet today for the Alabama Gymnastics team.
That's right. The Elevate the Stage event took place in Birmingham against the Tide's arch rival, the Auburn Tigers. And Auburn's Caitlin Atkinson on the bars gets a 9.975.
You get a 9.4
She would get
for
a
that.
39.750 for the all-around. Alabama's Caitlin Clark on the vault would get a 9.900 to lead the Tide. Carly Sims on the floor, she would do well too. She's consistent all year long. She would go a 9.900 as well. Alabama goes on to win 197.2 to 197.025. Our own Andrew Clare was there in person and has this post-meet report.
112 and counting, the Alabama Gymnastics team extends its winning streak over rival Auburn with a 197.200 to 197.025 score here at the Elevate the Stage competition at the BJCC.
I am so proud of our team. The way that our floor team came back on those last 3 routines, the way that we just kept pushing on beam even though we weren't perfect, the way that our athletes just kept believing in one another. They had each other's back.
This was the inaugural Elevate the Stage gymnastics meet, and it was performed on the podium, which is exactly what the Tide will see at the SEC Championships and the NCAA Championships. And performing on the podium brings out the best competition in everyone.
The podium is definitely helpful, especially on the floor. It just makes the floor a lot bouncier. Really all the equipment's a little bit different, but for me personally, I absolutely love podium, tumbling on podium. It's just so easy.
I've been on podium before and I love it so much, and it was just great getting to be on it before SECs and nationals and getting that experience.
Alabama will look to carry over the momentum from this performance into Friday night as they host the #1 ranked Oklahoma Sooners at Coleman Coliseum for senior night. Reporting in Birmingham, I'm Andrew Clare, WVUA Sports.
And here's how the scores shook out. Lauren Beers won Alabama's only individual title with a 9.95 on the floor. It's 112 in a row over Auburn, the top-ranked Oklahoma, coming to town on Friday to close out the regular season.
That's right. Now, Alabama's softball team is also ranked in the top 5, and Sunday they were trying to complete a 3-game sweep against Ole Miss. Sydney Littlejohn in the circle as Alabama was looking for their 3rd straight shutout, and what a day for the sophomore from Texas. 6 strikeouts. She throws her 2nd career perfect game. Here's the last out. A 10-zip win for the Tide. She becomes the first player in program history with multiple perfect games.
She was awesome. You know, one of the trademarks of our program have been over the years that if somebody pitches a good game, the next kid pitches a better game than the 3rd game, the 3rd starter pitches an even better game, and that happened this series.
It's an amazing feeling. It's a blessing, and all I can do is thank the good man upstairs for it. You know, not many people get this opportunity, much less it end up happening, and just that it actually did happen for me twice is a blessing in itself.
Softball is in action again on Tuesday against UAB. Alabama baseball wins 3-0 over Lipscomb today to clinch the series win. Alabama's pitching staff only allowing 3 hits. Bama's back in action Tuesday with a doubleheader against Alabama A&M. Now, both the gymnastics team and the softball team looking really good today.
And it was even a good weekend for the men's basketball team as they get ready for the SEC tournament this week. It didn't look good early for the Tide after finding themselves down by 14 at halftime, only shooting 32% in the first half. Things turned around, though. Alabama outscored the Aggies 24-6 in the first 9 minutes of the second half and held on for a 61-60 win to close out the regular season.
I thought in the second half we came out, we got some shots to fall. We really struggled to get even open looks, free throws, layups to fall in the first half. We were able to get some shots to fall, and our guys' intensity defensively, I thought really set the tone, whether it was in the press or the zone. We were able to get some stops, get out in transition, get some easy baskets, keep them out of transition. They really hurt us in the first half in transition, getting easy baskets. So I thought that helped us be able to get back in position.
So Alabama has Florida on Thursday at noon, and whoever wins that game faces Kentucky on Friday. Not exactly a great draw, but it's March, and stranger things have happened.
That's right. And, Jen, there's already one Alabama basketball team that has completed the journey and won a title. Coming up next on Sports Sunday, we welcome Dr. Brent Harden, the director of Alabama's Adapted Athletics program. He'll tell us more about some hardware making its way to Tuscaloosa. Stay with us. I think it's safe to utter the D word. That's right, dynasty. The Alabama women's wheelchair basketball team beat Illinois last night 58-52 to take home their 4th national title in 7 years. They wrapped up the year with a 26-3 record. That's pretty good. Now joining us is the director of Alabama's Adapted Athletics program, Dr. Brent Harden. Dr. Harden, thank you so much for being here. How proud are you of that women's team, and kind of go through their season and what they accomplished last night?
Yeah, we're extremely proud. I think that the whole university has something to be proud of in the women's wheelchair basketball team, and it's been a great season. We had a senior-laden team with 5 seniors, and I think the thing that I thought about the most the night before that championship was just how much I wanted it for that group. Wanted to see them go out successful.
And those 3 losses, weren't they to co-ed or male teams? Those weren't even to college women's teams,
Yeah, those
correct?
were to male teams. We played male teams in 2 of those. We avenged those losses with wins later. So,
Got 'em back.
yeah, they had a dominating year.
And Dr. Harden, I know the men's team fell a little short of expectations this year, but they've been on top before too. So what went through with their season?
Yeah, and I wouldn't say they fell short of expectations because it's a really, really young group, and the future's bright for that group. Whereas we have 5 seniors graduating with the women, we had 4 of our guys make the all-rookie team at nationals. So the future's really bright for that group. They competed. They lost a heartbreaker to University of Missouri, or they would have made it to the Final Four this year.
And that group, we saw some of the highlights against Illinois. It didn't seem like there was a lack of heart, a lack of fight. Those guys all seem to come out there every night and really give it everything they've got.
Yeah, our men's team, if you look at the talent that we have,